Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for May 16th through the 31st. We'll start off today with a card for your overall energy. Then we'll take a look at your energy, the energy connected to you, and how those dance and mingle in the middle. We'll close off the reading with an oracle card for the Gemini collective. So take only what resonates and recognize that roles could be reversed. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context. If you're interested in a personal reading, I have links in the description below. And if you would like to connect with me on social media, there are links below, but you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at creatorsonthecrest. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and take a look at your energy for the time frame of May 16th through the 31st. Okay. Ooh, Gemini, you are showing me the Lovers. Gemini, a little bit of romance going on for you. Maybe issues of love coming up. We're going to find out. The Lovers. And the Lovers is the number 6 card if you're working with numerology. I'm using this cute little Kawaii deck because I'm getting ready to go to Kauai, Hawaii in a few days for a women's retreat. I have been manifesting this for over a decade now, and the time and the situation has opened up, and I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm using this cute little deck in honor of that. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so we're going to hold the vision of the Lovers and we're going to take a look at things here. On your side, you get the Fool, the 10 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So there's a new fresh energy, but at the same time that you're experiencing this new fresh energy, something is coming to an end. This is like a rain on your parade or something like that. Maybe something gets postponed. It's interesting. It's almost giving me like a Mercury retrograde type feeling, though that has already passed for us, at least the first round of it this year. So it just kind of seems like you're putting your all into something. It's new, it's fresh, it's great. And then something happens to delay that or postpone that, and it leaves you feeling a little bit down. I don't think you're very used to being patient, or it's not your comfort zone really. And so you might need to call on a little bit of that Taurus energy to kind of slow yourself down. See if you have any of that in your chart to kind of help you kind of ground in. The energy connected to you, they get the Ace of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. So it's interesting. You have the Fool energy, which is something new. They have the Ace of Wands, which is something new. They look a bit outside of their comfort zone, or like they've just been dealing with some choppy waters, some rough experiences. They're hoping that things will smooth out for them as well. And it could be in your relationship here. It could be you have experienced some bumps in the road, and maybe you've had to focus on this relationship as opposed to maybe your career, your job, a project, something like that. They're really working on building something or possibly even repairing something here with this 8 of Pentacles. In the connecting energies, you get the King of Pentacles, yes, yeah, and the 3 of Wands. It's like in the middle of this connection, there's either been stability or the two of you have been used to there being stability in this connection, and now things are a little more like up in the air. Perhaps a new cycle is coming in and it's a little confusing, and everybody's kind of gone on their lifeboats and they're like, okay, what do we do now? What do we do now? We need to kind of rescue this situation somehow. All right, Gemini, interesting energies. I'm definitely seeing some themes come through, all the signs. You're my, I think, 5th sign to do here. So, and I'm already seeing some commonalities. Okay. We got way too many cards here, but we're going to roll with it. You got a little extra one for clarification. This Fool energy is really big for you. You get the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. Man, like whatever is coming in for you, it's really challenging you on literally every level. I see there being conflict coming in, challenge. I see you getting a little tied up in your own thoughts about the situation. I see it causing you to maybe slow down and try to hold on to things or hold things together. Something is definitely off balance. Something is unstable here for you. Let's look at this 10 of Swords, this rain on your parade. What is this here? The 7 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, it really feels to me like, Gemini, you have something to resolve within you about the way you think and feel about things. This is definitely impacting your practical world. Definitely having an impact there, requiring more patience out of you. For some of you, this could be like you were given a job offer or you've interviewed, but you haven't heard back and it's taking a lot longer than you thought, and it's making you second guess yourself and question your gifts, talents, and abilities. And you were hoping something was going to come sooner to you, that you would already be in a certain place by now. I see you being upset by that. You thought things were going to move more quickly. Could even be with this relationship here. But it could also be with the Pentacles that are coming in. It could be a job. And it's definitely kicking up stuff for you. It's kicking up little things that need healing, Gemini. So really pay attention to those. Let's look at this 7 of Pentacles here, because you had that twice now. Clarified by the Page of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. This could be for you, Gemini, an issue of timing and divine timing. I see energy moving forward swiftly. I see your passion behind it. I see your mind behind it, your communication behind it. It feels like something you've been talking about for a long time. And maybe somehow it's impacting this connection here, and or the whole entire way you look at love. These are really interesting energies. I feel that the more you move toward what you're passionate about, though, there is an element here of something that is slightly off with this Page of Swords. It's just not quite mature yet. So by off, it's just an energy that's not quite mature yet. And I think it's going to take some time and patience. You wanted something to happen a certain way in a certain time, and it hasn't happened that way. Let's look at the energy connected to you. I'm really interested now to see the Ace of Wands. So you had the Fool, they had the Ace of Wands, both kind of newer energies. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower. It's that time of year. We're all having to mow our lawns. It just rained too. The Ace of Wands for them is clarified by the 9 of Wands, the World, and the High Priestess. Wow, yeah, they're going through something quite interesting too. Here I am looking at you like, oh my gosh, like you're trying to get something going, but you keep getting stalled out. This person doesn't recognize that they have an ending upon them of some kind that they're hanging on to, and it's really not allowing them into their new beginning. On the other side of it for them, it's looking really good with that high priestess. Like they're through this experience that they're having where they're not letting something end. And maybe it's the relationship with you. Maybe that's, they keep coming toward you and that's why, and you're like, just let me do my own thing. I'm focused over here on my life. And it keeps kind of bringing you down. This could be, you know, you could be separated from this person, or this could have been a breakup, and then they keep just kind of coming back at you. When they let things in, they will come into a more stable energy where they won't need to necessarily be kind of trying to come back at you. They'll just kind of go with the natural energies of whatever's meant to be. Now, their energy does have this potential here where they could sail to smoother, calmer waters. And it's clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Again, 2 Ace of Wands here for them. This person may be having a hard time telling the difference between when they're operating from their mind space and when they're operating from their intuition. I think they're getting a little confused there, and they keep taking action that disrupts the calm. But they may be on like an autopilot, not even knowing that they're doing it. I can see how for you that would kind of be a downer, because you've got your own stuff you're going through here. The 8 of Pentacles for them, that's them trying to build. They get the 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 6 of Wands. Now, this is really good energy for this person. This is the energy I would like to see this person have, where they're really focusing on some sort of collaboration. It could even be them getting support for the missteps that they keep doing, or whatever they're pushing at here that isn't quite ripe or isn't quite ready. They get the Hermit and the 6 of Wands, which is going inside and really allowing the ending to the cycle, whatever they need to allow to end. I am getting the sense for them this could be, it's coming up as a generational. It's coming up as ancestral for them. And, you know, a lot of us, especially people, if you're watching my channel, if you found yourself here, you are probably the person, or you're not only the person, but you're dealing with people who have found themselves as the pivotal points of transformation in their ancestry and breaking generational patterns that no longer serve the entire freaking family for who knows how long it goes back, right? Let me get a drink here. It's just, there's a lot. There's a lot here. So as we're trying to do that, a lot of times we will play out those situations with our partners or people we love that are closest to us. You could even be, this relationship could be a parent-child or a parent-adult-child kind of relationship, or a siblings relationship here. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be familial. I'm definitely getting a family type of feeling. And there's a lot that you and whoever this is definitely working on things. Each of you, or needs to be working on things. For the King of Pentacles in the energy. So this is an energy coming together in this relationship that should be steady and consistent and grounded. You're bringing in the Temperance. You may be the elder in this situation. You may be the older, wiser one, the older sibling, or from a soul perspective, you're just, you know, very typical of people that watch my channel, very old souls, very evolved souls. You're bringing in the energy of Temperance. I really like that. It complements nicely. It's a Libra energy. It's a balancing of the elements of water and air, which I feel like for you is really good. You may be bringing more responsibility into this connection than the other person. They get the 5 of Cups. They're bringing in sadness over this. You know, this could be, as you're sitting here maybe working on these ancestral patterns. You could be dealing with a child or, an adult child even. It doesn't have to be a young child, who also is, has some gifts, talents, and abilities and intuitions here. But they're at a different phase in their growth, kind of. And so their mental and emotional capacity to navigate this is impacted in a different way and causing them, it's like they're hooked onto doing things one way. It's kind of like possibly a teenager who thinks they have it all figured out, but they really don't. And then they keep misstepping, but it's part of their learning too. I don't see anything particularly dangerous here. I just see that it's like, kind of like some patterns of here we go again. And it's all tied up into these generational patterns. If this is a romantic connection, this is just, I kind of feel like right now, each of you needs time and each of you needs to be focused on yourselves and your inner worlds about what's going on. To clarify the Three of Wands, also in the connecting energies, this is kind of where like things aren't at their ripest stage yet. You bring the Hanged Man energy in and they bring the Six of Swords. I actually like this. I like this energy. They're bringing in some layer of calmness to this, like maybe being okay with not quite knowing where everything is going yet. And maybe this is their experience where they're trying to throw the spaghetti at the wall and see which piece sticks, it's like, what's going to stick here? For you, it's more of a deeper, meaningful sacrifice here. You're looking at this, so you could be possibly guiding this person. If this is your child or your dependent of some kind, you could be guiding them. If this is romantic connection and you are guiding this person in that way, that's okay, but it feels a little bit mismatched, a little bit imbalanced if that's the case. And I think, as two adults, it'd be a good idea for each of you to kind of focus on cleaning up some of your own inner worlds and you're doing your own inner work. So patience here, that's a theme that's come through for this time of year for a lot of the signs, but also just taking the time to sort through the energies one by one. There are so many suits here on the table. We have everything, wands, pentacles, cups. I can see how at times, because there's so much being worked on by you and possibly by, if this is a family member as well, or even someone in relationship to you, when we're working through something, tends to be when we're working through something in our own ancestry and that's generational, people closest to us will also pick up on that, even if they come from a different heritage, right? Or a different background. And that kind of, it can be uncomfortable at times. It can be uncomfortable at times. And I see one of these energies, perhaps them, being a little less comfortable in that, and maybe you kind of showing some of the guidance to this is how we do it. They're not totally inept of gifts, though, and abilities to do this. They just might still be learning, if that makes sense. Gemini, let's get you a card for the Gemini Collective from the Sacred Traveler's Oracle to close off your reading. Gemini, you got transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. You are in a time of huge transformation. Old beliefs, ideas, and decisions about who you are and what you deserve in life are dropping away, replaced by incredible vitality and new pathways. Soon you'll be experiencing the world in a fresh, new way. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know the journey transforms the traveler. When the traveler arrives at the destination, the traveler is no longer the same person who started out. Even if there are some areas that may be murky or unsettled in your life, don't be concerned. This is the confusion that often appears before the rebirth. Like the phoenix that arises majestically from the ashes, a big change in your life is at hand. Don't hold on to the old ways of viewing the world and limited way of thinking. Be willing to see the world with fresh new eyes. Changes are afoot, and it's all so very good. Wow, Gemini, and the Phoenix rising here. Yes, absolutely. Remember, I saw in this person's energy an ending. I see the conflict and the struggle on your side, the rain on your parade, right? And even though the rain can delay something, it also nurtures and cleanses and restores. And I think that's what we see here in your energies, is that you can adopt this energy of the Phoenix, of rising from the ashes, and it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And these are some big ancestral and generational things you're dealing with. So do give yourself love, give yourself patience, give yourself time. Gemini, thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.